Hey, it's Bri, and today we're getting faded and eating authentic spicy ramen. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications. Because I know after you get done eating with me, you're gonna wanna see Bri all the time, every time I upload. So before I get into my ramen, we are gonna smoke a little bit. This is some very intense indica.
What the? Oh shit.
So I actually am under the weather right now, which is exactly why I decided to order some spicy ramen. And before you guys get in the comments and tell me, oh, ramen doesn't do anything if you're sick. I know, bitch. Google exists. I Googled it already. I ordered this ramen because it makes me feel good on the inside. It's good for the soul. Today, I'm trying a different ramen spot. This place is called Momota Ramen House. I think they're somewhere downtown. This is what it looks like before I pour the soup in. There's pork in here. There's 2 eggs that I'm not gonna eat. I never eat the eggs in my ramen. There's some bok choy in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. We have corn. There's green onions. I actually decided to order from this place because this ramen already came with all the toppings. So I didn't have to pay extra for like the eggs, the green onions, the corn, and all that other stuff. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pour the broth into the ramen. This is the spicy miso ramen, by the way, in case any of you guys live in LA. It is pretty spicy. This should be pretty good. So yesterday when I went to work, my head started hurting so bad. Like, I actually got sick on Wednesday, and as I talk to you guys, it's Saturday. I was off Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and when I woke up on Wednesday, I had that feeling in my throat, like I just knew I was sick, but I still went to work anyway. Now let me tell you this, when I went to work Thursday, I got reprimanded for my attendance because a bitch is always late. During the conversation with my supervisor, I'm not gonna lie, I low-key crashed out. Like, I was basically yelling at this man. Don't get me wrong, I take accountability for being late to work. What I was trying to explain to my supervisor is, it's not like I'm pulling elaborate stories out my ass. Like, my story stays the same every single time. So clearly I'm not lying to you guys. And you know I had to throw it in there that I know for a fact I'm not the only person that's late to work. I had to throw that in there. After I had that conversation with my supervisor, because I really don't feel like going that much into detail, all you guys really need to know is I have a reputation for being late to work. I had to have a conversation with management. You feel what I'm saying? But from my perspective, I'm like, I just want to come to work and do my job. And we can agree to disagree in the comments below. After I had that conversation, I was really sitting there and I'm like, why did I raise my voice at that man? Like, why did I get so irritated? Because one of the things that my supervisor said was, you're making it seem like you're the only one that doesn't want to come to work. And he was like, it doesn't matter what job you have. It doesn't matter if you're working here or if you're working anywhere else. They still expect you to show up on time. You can't just walk in here when you feel like it. He was making valid points. When I actually did go back to my job, I was sitting at my desk and I'm thinking to myself, why did I get so mad? And not only that, what could I have done or what could I have communicated better in that moment instead of screaming and hollering? And let me tell y'all something. When I was sitting at my desk and I really started thinking about it, I wasn't even mad at my supervisor for real. I was mad at my life.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
I don't want to work a real job. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an influencer. But because of the cards that I have been dealt in life, I gotta get up and I gotta clock in. I was irritated and I started crashing out because how do I have this many subscribers and I'm still clocking into a job having these stupid ass conversations about where I'm at, why I'm late? Why am I telling the same story every single day? They're doing maintenance on the train. Sometimes we have to wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Why am I saying that every fucking day? It gets to a point, you know what I'm saying? Now let's be real here. I've never been employee of the month. I never gave that. This has been a pattern in my life since I started working because I've never cared about a job that much.
I don't want a job. I don't even want a job. OMG. Please, somebody. I don't want a job. I
I'm there to get paid so I can focus on what I really want to do. I just felt like, how did I get here? How is this my life? After I realized where my anger was coming from, I immediately started editing videos, period. Some things are out of my control. That's true. One of those things is the fact that I have to go to work. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. But here's what I can control: my future.
To anyone who has ever had a dream and thought your dream wouldn't, couldn't come true, I am here to tell you that this is what believing looks like. This is what striving looks like.
The decisions that I made in the past that led me to where I am now in life, those decisions have already been made. I can't go back in time. And I do not wish I had a time machine, because I think I'm pretty cool. Actually, I'm lying. It's definitely some people that if I had a time machine, I would not... I would not fuck with them, okay? But going back to the things that I can control, like I said, I can control my future. So it's like, if I'm tired of clocking in and clocking out, not being able to get enough rest, not having control over my day because I have to sell my time for money, I love having full authority over my life. And I know a lot of people don't strive for that. I know a lot of people are just like, oh, well, this is how it is. I'm not one of those people. Considering I feel that way, I need to put myself in a position to where I don't have to engage in the rat race at all. Because if I realize that that's what it is, if I realize that it's all a scam, why am I participating in it? Why am I not stepping up to the plate and taking that authority over my life? You feel what I'm saying? Look, I'm telling you, something about 2025 just feels so different. It's like my frontal lobe is 100% fully developed. I don't just sit around feeling sorry for myself and accepting the situation. I'm like, I don't fuck with this. I don't like this. What can I do to change this? And I love that about myself. I love that instead of sitting at my desk thinking to myself, fuck this job, fuck my supervisor, fuck this person, fuck that person, I was like, what can I do to get myself out of this situation to where I don't have to come here anymore? Like, what can I do where I can walk away with grace versus getting fired? Clock that. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because maybe you might be going through the same thing. Like, maybe your anger is misplaced. Maybe you're mad at your significant other because you know you can do better. Maybe you're mad at your coworkers and the people at your job because you know your purpose is way bigger than a stupid ass 9 to 5. If you feel that way, girl, I feel you. I relate. I just want you to be self-aware. There's a deeper dissatisfaction and you're like taking it out on other people. And I feel like that's not fair. That's not the energy that I want to put out into the world. So I need to put myself in a position where I'm happy, where I'm loving light, so then I can give that to other people. You feel what I'm saying? But if I'm spending so much time and energy doing things that I don't even love, that I'm not even passionate about, just so I can have a roof over my head, just so I can live comfortably, I don't know. I believe in myself too much to settle.
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. Go listen to all my music. It's the codes of self-esteem. It's the codes of who you are. If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself.
It's getting to a point where I feel like if I don't get serious about pursuing my dreams, I will constantly be stuck in the same cycle. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm noticing that I'm like repeating a pattern, repeating a cycle. And it's like, well, what am I gonna do about it? And that's why, even though I'm sick, I decided I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do what I would have done anyway. I was gonna order spicy ramen anyway, because I've wanted this since I got sick on Wednesday. I was gonna smoke a blunt anyway. You feel me? Like, I was gonna do this shit anyway. Lately, I've just been gaslighting myself into believing that everything is content, because it is. You guys, I'm full. I wanna rest. The skin under my nose is like,
Oh my God!
I don't even want to talk about it. If I had to rate this ramen, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I really like how spicy the ramen was. And I do feel like the broth was very rich in flavor. But the actual ramen noodles, they were so tough. Like, it was so hard for me to like really get some noodles.
Nobody asked.
I'm actually proud of myself. I'm proud of myself that I was able to get to the root of the problem. And I'm proud of myself that once I realized I don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore, and I have the following, I have the audience to where I really can change my life. So let's get to work, because I'm not playing no games no more. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of living a life that I feel like doesn't belong to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm living somebody else's life. Like, this is not my reality. But I'm grateful for this reality because it's teaching me how to be humble, and it's teaching me how to love myself regardless of what I have. I will love myself equally as much if I have $20,000 versus if I have $20. I've been up and I've been in the pits of hell. So I really did have to learn how to love myself in both of those situations. And it's like, this year, I really want to apply those lessons, and I really want to stop making fucking excuses and just tap in to my full potential and who God created me to be, because I'm definitely that girl, and I'm tired of living like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deserve the world, and I'm gonna give it to myself. So with that being said, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know how you guys felt about this conversation, because clearly I'm very passionate about it. It was a pleasure eating with you guys. I definitely do feel better at the end of the video versus when I started the video. I'm happy that I did this with you guys, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, I love you so much, if you can't tell, and I will see you in the next video. Till next time.